doodles. Forgot this thing. Alright, so what am I going to work on today? That's my question. I'm in a relaxed mood, time to work on some stuff. I don't feel like playing any games, or, you know, I just ate, I just did some dishes, so I'm like, yeah, just program something or create something. What, though? I could, there's a couple things I could, oh, hey Bixby, I'm going to go close the door if you're here. One sec, I'm going to go close the door since my cat just came in. I thought you'd be out for a little while, buddy. Do you want to go out in the back? I'm going to close the door, okay? You can go outside there, buddy. The question is, what am I going to make today? And I'm thinking that I will make the... Because we're still not done with the flow of the game. Like, once you lose or win, it doesn't go to anything. You can't really... There's a few options. Let me think here real quick. Because there's like puzzle mode has a menu that I haven't done. Well, probably because I want to get all the characters. I can't really make puzzle mode until all the characters' moves are done. What's that? Fire blah 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 blim. So let's stick to like the framing device of this puzzle game. So let's see. We'll say tower background. And how would I... Hold on, I'm like picturing things in my head real quick. Let's bring up a thing. There'll be a simple little like map that you need to clear. So like once you start the mode, and it might just even be a silhouette down here and then have a nice like background parallaxing like clouds or something, but it'll move, the camera will move up. What would this tower look like though? But anyway, it'll be like, you know, there'll be like some kind of structure. You know, whatever. Oops, it's a little messy. That's okay. And with clouds rushing past in different layers, and maybe like a red sky or dusk kind of Curse 2-y. Some mountains back there, and I don't know if this is going to be silhouette, and it's, yeah, Mortal Kombat-y, but anyway, and it'll have like a picture of the person, that like opens up when you get to them. It'll be like, and you'll see like the idiot's face there, and then he'll slide into the screen here. So if it's the skeleton man, which is not level 1 actually, there's actually a stupider first level where he barely attacks at all. It's almost like a practice level. But you know what the red skeleton looks like. He's like, it'll probably put some what do you call those? Like letterboxing. Those will, once it shows you who you're fighting, it'll have their name, have a picture of them. Boink boink. It'll be like level 2, and then it'll say whatever his name is, or maybe it won't even have a name. The letterboxing comes up. They slide in from the side, and they say something. I'm gonna wring your pants, or whatever. And then it goes to the level, and then after you beat a level, it comes back here. So this is the part I need to, like, make. I need to come up with this and what it looks like. Do I want it to be black, like, completely silhouette, or do I want, you know... I don't know. But basically, I just need a repeating pattern of bricks and, like, maybe some torches, like, here and there between the floors. Just, like, some little things. And then this will be the bottom, and it starts by moving the screen up. So it'll probably start like this, and having... You can't really see the first guy until it moves up a bit. What if... Ah, I got an even better idea. What if... So we'll have some of it silhouetted. What if your character has a little animation, just a simple black silhouette of them, and then it moves up, and it says level 1, and like that. That might be appropriate. Well, I guess there's nothing to do but to do it, right? Let's give it a go. I gotta think here. How do I actually want this to go? Don't want steps, don't want a door. It's just like a random way to, like, get the game started, you know? Well, I guess we'll just start... I'm not going to worry about the tower yet, then. Let's just start with, like, the floor, the backgrounds, all that. Yeah, it's... Well, sort of. It's a cutscene, but more like, it's the level... It's the level thing. How did Mortal Kombat do it? Let me take a peek. Did it have it in the arcade? I don't remember. Or is that Mortal Kombat 3 I'm thinking of? I don't think they did this in the original, did they? No, it's probably 3. Maybe 2. I don't remember. I kind of want to see how they did it. I don't want it to look just like that. Yeah, this is very generic. Mine'll look a little different than this, but it's like this, where it starts at the bottom and you move up. I don't think it'll have a picture of you moving up, but... So something in that vein. We can also have... a few trees here and there. So probably like 10. I haven't quite decided because I haven't really started the main part of like the meat of the game yet. But I'm gonna put a tree probably like closer to the foreground here. Because we're gonna put some leaves on that one, maybe. So this one's like closer up. Yeah, I actually have no clue like how big this is gonna be yet. Let's like get the room set up first too. It is a system room pretty much. Great room. Now the thing is, this has to be big. 420 by, I don't know, 1,000. See, I don't know, so I'll just have to move this stuff down. We do want a camera, so which will be visible, and it's 420 by 240. Port on the screen is, oops, 420 by 240. And it follows, I need a camera. System. Probably should be under menus, create group, tower. Oh, that is very... Menus, tower camera. Let's see. Oh, the view needs to start, I don't know, 240 away from the bottom. So what is that? 760? There we go. Oh yeah, it is, they have different looks. It's still really tough. But the yellow ones stand out the most. Okay, now we need backgrounds. We're gonna have a bunch. I forget how it works. I think the furthest back is like the 7th. So I'll need this to be in the foreground because the rest are gonna be like clouds and stuff. Do not tile. And this needs to be also... There you go. The border, hold on, what is it, half of 240, 120. Horizontal, there is no horizontal, so it's fine. I'll do it anyway. 210, half of the thing. So, now we place the camera. Tower camera, just put it here. And what is... I like 10 by 10, just so I can move things easy. What is 100 and... What is it? 240, so 120 from the bottom, which would make it 880? Right there? I'll make it jump there anyway. Plus, it also depends on like what level you're at, so it'll jump to a different position depending on what level you're coming from. So, we need something. Where's the, selections? I guess the start button can do it. That's fine. Or like the start game, effect? No, because what if I want to use that effect for something else? Fuck that. So the start button itself will control this. God damn, how do I keep hitting this? So level 0 will mean you're moving up. You start at the very bottom. It'll play the cutscene. Then level 1, it starts there. Level 2, yeah. So that works. Let's get a background going on here. Let's use, to save space, let's Let's think here. Background. We only need it to be very little wide, but we could do like 500 tall, and then we'll stretch it. Let me think here. I want to fill it with a gradient. There it is. Bottom to top, like red to black or something. We'll just add a little more in there. I'll figure it out. Alright, you didn't do it. I think it's because it's still not filled with anything. Okay. There we go. Hey, reverse. Background. This one has to be pretty far back. This is like the furthest back. This is the sky. So we'll put it all the way at the bottom. Tile doesn't need horizontal. Stretch. Wait, tile horizontal. Why is it? Am I confused as to how those work? I thought it was the one in the front was here. I guess not. How did I screw that up? Let me think here. Let's get. I mean, I won't do the flourishes yet. I was gonna make like leaves. The clouds, I'd probably have them a little see-through or something, but then that wouldn't work with that. I have to consider a few things here. Let's see what if the camera even works, first of all. Let's just try it. It should immediately be at the bottom. Okay, it is. I think, what do I want that to look like? Oh yeah, I didn't check the height. Oof, 190. What's this? 92. Use that as a baseline. And then this will move up with you a bit. I don't think I can have a... No. There's no origin for a background, so I'm just gonna have to put it where it needs to be. Where was the top of the screen? Right there. How? What? I'm bumping the frickin' caps lock every time I touch the shift. How am I doing that? I guess I kind of have the keyboard in a weird position here. I forgot. This is the very front, so this would be behind this. Hold on. So it's 580. Dumb. Is it really that dark? I didn't think it was. There we go. Now I can see a difference. And actually, what I should do... Let me see how this would look. See, this would look wrong, though. I don't know how to do that without... Well, I mean, I could just... Probably not the right call. Why is it like bright for like just a little second on some of those? Looks strange. Why is it like a weird color? Maybe it's just because of the monitor. Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see in a minute. Probably not. It's not going to be this fast, but I'm just going to get them moving. See what it does. Yeah, the clouds are too poopy with the red on them. Get rid of the red, but first. Get out of here, bug. Can I just make it opaque or something like that? I forget. What I could do is this. There is a goddamn bug in here again. I must have left the door open too long. outside the line a little. Boink. I don't care about Vegas stakes. It goes on forever. I think I've heard that one before. In that exact video. Then we could put some I can get that and get these a little more reasonable with this. The camera will control these. It's 7, 6, 5, and 4, I think. 6, not 7. Oh, let me check. 6, 5, 4, and 3. .5 is better than 1. Why did it stop? Did I click it? I must have, yeah. I just meant to move to another spot. 1, 2, 3, or should I go? We'll see. I might have to do it in 0.5 increments, all of them, but we'll see. Oh, I meant to go negative. I think negative just feels better right now for some reason. It's a bit it's a bit fast. We'll go in smaller increments. They're going reversed. How did I mess that up? I didn't even think. Also, the fourth one is a little bit too high in a few places. It should be 6, 5, 4, 3. Reverse them. I don't know why I did that. Wasn't thinking. There you go. Yeah, the closer they are to you, the faster they should be moving. Everything just looks red, but as you get higher... Let's see if we can get these... How the living frick... I forget how to move backgrounds in an equal... Brah. I totally forget. To equal the camera. First of all, let's just make the camera go up and just make sure it works. Alarm 0. When you start, wait for like 2 seconds. Oops. It should be here. And then set the vertical speeds, I don't know, -1. It should go up and the clouds are going to stay right where they are, which I want them to move proportionally. There you go. So, if we can get those clouds moving properly, that'd be nice. But I have to... They relate to the camera's position. Kind of. Let me look at how I did it in Curse 3. I totally forget the formula I used. It was really... It worked pretty well. So I can just jump into Curse 3 real quick. This is also too fast, I feel like. Let's try negative 0.5. How's that look? There you go.
I freaking love these.
Who is this?
Let's also get some.
Wait. There's two at the same time? Is that what that is? I got driftwood, thank you. Who was the other one? I saw two things overlapping each other when I looked over at my monitor there. So if two people followed me, thank you. If it just screwed up, I don't know. Yes. So what I could do is... Why is this still running? Anyway, let's open Curse 3 and take a peek. It's been a while since I opened this. Curse 3 update, that's the one with the latest stuff. It would be under bosses, for sure. Bosses, God's Battle. Player box? Background speed, there's something. Okay, this doesn't seem to control the backgrounds. Is there... God, target? What's that? That's probably what I'm looking for. No. No, it's not. There's something that when you move the camera around, when you fly, up, down, left, and right, it, like, makes the clouds move with you in a good way, and I cannot remember how to do it. Maybe it's this one. Just the start. Parallax. There you go. I even labeled it for myself. Okay, I don't care about the H speed. I'm cared about this. I just want to... I'm going to copy it and paste it in my current game. It's not going to match the values, but I did something pretty darn similar, so I can look at how I did it and maybe tweak it to work in this way. So it needs to be in a step command, because it needs to... Every step, or every frame, it needs to recalculate. And it's going to be... 6, 5, 4, and 3. I know that for a fact. Let's just see what happens when I do this. Like, I'm not going to touch it. The values are going to be fucky, but let's just see what it does, because the room size is completely different and all that. Will I even see the clouds? I don't see nothing yet. There they are. I mean, it kind of worked. It's just not until the very, very top. So I need to stretch that big time. Background equals the y of this times negative 0.1 minus 20. See, I don't know if that's going to work. Basically, the higher on the screen you are... Let me think how this would work with doodle, because I like to doodle. So let's say this is, oops, too big. Here's my view. This is the whole room. So if the view is at position 500, I want the furthest back. See, so the front ones should move up faster, so these ones should move slower. So if this is this layer, and this layer is at, I don't know, 400. But when the screen is at, okay, so this would be 0, 400, 500. We'll say this is 1,000. I need to think of the proportionality here. As the screen moves up, this moves slower. So at position... At screen position 400, this should not be moved up at the same. It should be a little higher. Actually, a little lower, now that I think about it. Yeah, it should move down. It should move down. But how much? Shit. Which means it moves. So there used to be 100 pixel difference between them. Now there would be a... like... let's just say 350. So now there would only be a 50 difference between them. Which would mean this would move down and down. So what does that mean? As this moves downwards, this moves down. Well, it's more like if as this moves up. I'm thinking with both my hands here. Screen moves up. It moves up slower. So let's just get one background to do that. I ain't worried about any of these things. Oh, these are H speeds. Duh, because I'm in the wrong thing. Step. Okay. V speeds, or V. Background Y. We'll do the one that is the furthest away, which will be background 3. Boink. We're just doing one of them. And if we can get this to move properly, then I'll be happy. So for now, we'll turn off the other one so I don't even have to think about it. Okay. So the background equals this times... let's just do a proportional value first. Times 0.9. I don't know. Would it be negative? I don't think it'd be negative, would it? It'd be 10%. Okay. That's basically it. It's just the half steps don't look very good. I basically already did it. Okay. Let's see. 0.95. Let's see how that is. What about less? 0.8? And I think the minus 20 or whatever is how I got it in the right position in the first place. Yep, and then it's coming down the screen. if it's like a 0.7? I just want to adjust the values and see how it reacts to it. Okay, that's too much. I can't see it now, so maybe I need a plus. A little further. Okay, and then when we get to the top of the screen, it should almost be completely covered in clouds. Which means I can move the background of the red down quite a bit. Where's the top? Okay, this will be covered by other clouds, so that's okay. There's the top. Okay, that should be okay. I don't like the half steps, but we'll see. We'll leave it as half steps for now, I guess. It just looks jittery. Leave it alone for now. Visible, visible, visible. So each one needs to be like minus slightly less or plus slightly less, and is that it? We'll have to adjust this until this one looks right, and then the other one, and then the other one. Crap. I forgot. The other ones are going to be interfering, so I shouldn't do that either. Poop. We shall see. I don't see the other one. Is it like way up there somewhere? Where the hell is it? I guess it didn't work. Wait, is it behind this one? Yeah, it's just way back there. Hold on a minute. This is the lightest one, right? Yeah. Maybe it needs to be like almost the same, but not quite. Like 0.69. Because it's just like right above the other one. I still don't see it. That's the problem. Like, is it behind this? That wouldn't make sense. I don't see it at all. What am I doing wrong here? That's what I'm doing wrong. I turned it off. You fucking idiot. Okay, there it is. It's moving a little too closely. It's taking too long to split. Let's try 6.5. Now it's too far. And it looks like they're coming together instead of spreading apart. So how do I do that? This is confusing. It's just too many values that are very similar, and let's just do 0.9, 0.8. Let's see how that works. That's all the way at the bottom, and this one's all the way up here. See what they're coming together. Reverse them and have one like just start lower. Is that what it is? The other one's like I can't see it though. Let's move it way up. I don't understand why I can't even see it. Like, where is it? Oh, it's in front of the other one. I see. They are spreading now more. It's just it's taking that one too long to do so. Hey, look at that. And they are spreading out. Too far, yeah. Well, how far was that back? Minus 30, maybe? Plus 80, let's see. Okay, it's closer. Still a bit low. Their initial position is just so strangely different from each other. Getting closer. That's pretty much where I wanted it. Now we just have to do the same thing with the others. I don't know where to position that one, but first off, let's get this sky. Because you're not going to see any of the top. The clouds will cover it by then. Okay, it needs to be a higher minus. Like 40. Let's try that. Not enough. Needs to be like 60. I don't know. It might be a little high. Okay, it's pretty close. Let me see that. Moving up a little bit more. Oh, no, down. I wanted to move down a little bit. 5. Oh, there's a gnat. I don't really have much pop left. Damn it. And then it's going to be 95% of the thing, and it's probably going to need minus like 80 or something. I'm not sure. That's what messing with it is for. Yep, needs more than that. Needs to be like 120. That might be a bit much. That's like up 40, but we'll see. No, that's almost perfect. I want it to move up smoother, so let's get I could probably lighten up that one just a bit, but just a little bit. And that's the top. Wait. The background color should definitely be black. There you go. Let's lighten up this one cloud just a bit. That is, what is that? That's for something else. Just a teeny bit. Probably barely noticeably. Whoops. Is that too dark or too light? Let's see. No, that looks okay. I think I can already see it there. There you go. 4 shades of gray. Make sure there's no holes. Of course, these clouds aren't the focal point of anything. They're just behind the tower. Okay, that's the top. Then when you get up high, I could have like glowing, like lightning things appearing occasionally in the clouds. But that's for later. Let's have a little stick man walking for now. Let's get the tower going. I could have... I just had an idea. I can have it be first person. I would only need like 4 frames. I don't know how big, but it'd be behind the back is what I'm kind of thinking. But it'd be a silhouette, so it'd be like simple. Kind of like what happened in Cars 2 at the end. So this is just going to be like literally just like nothing for now. It's just going to be... just like a generic sort of something. Do 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 do. Yeah, let's just make it look like absolute poop for right now. Because it doesn't matter, obviously. But I do want it to look like it's at least moving somewhat. Ding, 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 ding. Looks like ass. It needs to be at the right part of the image. The like near the feet, so that it'll shrink at the right rate. 17. Oops. What's the Y value here? I want it to shrink properly. 52. 17 by 52. And just call it character walk. But then, you know, you check the global dot character, and then you do it that way. And then I need to set the size, set variable S to 1. We need a footstep sound. I can grab them from the other games just because I have them. If variable S is less than, let's say, I don't know, 0.1. Delete. And then set, this will set the clock off for the camera. We'll set it for like 80 frames. That is what's going to set the camera to move. Is him going in there. Let's play a sound effect. Great group. Cutscenes, because there might be a little ending too, little funny endings or something too, so I'll just leave cutscenes. See. I must have moved it somewhere. Let's grab it. I want the... Where's the door sound? That one. See, it's nice to keep those things around. The depth should be pretty high. Where's that menu? We'll pretend there's a tower there. And let's see what it looks like. It's probably going to be like going way too quick or way too slow or something. His shrinking. He's like... Okay, that's way too... First of all, we'll do 2 seconds here because that was pretty brief. And it has to be when it's less than like a quarter. He has to animate much slower. I think the shrinking was not that bad. It only it took a couple of seconds. You guys can't see it for a second. It's starting now. And then level 1, right there. And then the skull will come out and say, I'm a bitch, and he'll tell you to fight him. But right now it's just going all the way to the top. But what we can also do is put some leaves on these trees. Or like grass blowing, stuff like that. Easy. How big is this? Yeah, we'll just do like 40 by 40. Okay, a good way to do this, for me at least. You wouldn't really see that base anyway. I don't know if these will even look like anything, but what we're going to do is... with a half chance, flip it around. Oh, whoops. No, not that. I mean, I could type it there, but I might as well just drag this to, Okay, so it's going to set itself to be still. And then at the end of its animation, go back to being still. Let's see how dumb this looks. Oops. Didn't want to adjust the size. I don't know if it's too much or, you know, whatever, but... And there you go. I don't think it's so bad. Uh-oh. Bixby, are you okay? Hold on, my kitty's feeling irpy. He ate some grass. Don't eat grass. What? There, it's okay. Okay. He was like, ugh, ugh, ugh. He had to puke, and I didn't want him to puke in the house. He thought he was gonna puke because he ate too much grass. He does that because he's a fucking idiot. Let's make, for now, character select. Where's the thing? The effect. Or I think it's the start button does it. Alarm 0. Yeah, not go to the fight. Let's have it go to the tower and let's see how it looks as like a complete thing. Obviously the tower is nowhere near done yet, but I'm getting the basics of it done. Let's skip. He looks like he's like hobbling. It'll only go up a little bit each time. So you won't see it move up like this. In fact, let's have it How would I do this? Like... I guess we can draw, you know, at least get like an outline of like the tower itself. I guess we'll just call it tower background 2. I already have one called tower background. It should be called like tower ground. I was gonna put some leaves on the trees that are also like wiggling a bit. But I need to know how big. So if like this is like one of the trees. I try to do this smartly. We can make it try to act fairly natural. Hold on. I don't know why it never remembers the color you wanted to erase last. Everything else it does, it remembers all the colors and the things you were doing. Okay, so now this is the part that it needs to be exact. With 11 and 0. Because it's going to... Damn it. Okay, okay, buddy. Just don't puke. I know you felt irpy. You shouldn't eat grass, you know that. Boom, boom, boom. I guess technically these could be under effects, but whatever. Yeah, it should still maybe do this, but it also needs this. Set variable. Angle R. Control. Where is it? This. Angle R. But we need R to be something. To, I don't know if this will look too stupid. Oops. Not days, it's degrees. This might be a little too chaotic. I'll find out. make this go a bit faster because it's leaves. And they should probably move a little more frequently. So 200. A few seconds less. Okay. It's gonna be weird. They'll randomly point a different direction, but they'll always be connected to the stem. And they will... I guess we'll find out, huh? Let's just start placing a bunch of them on these trees. Or on the ones close to the camera, at least. So they're all going to look the same right now, but... maybe put like 1 or 2 of them here. But the thing is, every time you start the game, they'll look different. So sometimes it might look dumb. I don't know. We'll see. Really hard to tell until you just kind of do it, you know? It's a little bit... it looks like birds. It, like, needs more. They're too sparse. So it looks strange. Damn it. Still strange. What if... and... let's say 1,000? I'm curious if this will do anything. Set. Let's just see what happens. Okay, there's a chance it'll fall off. Also, I need to delete it when it's off the screen. Like, will it be too stupid to bother with? I mean, it took me a split second to program that. They need to spin more when they're flying up. They're coming off way easier than I would have thought they would. And they're falling too fast. How the hell did they keep 2,000? Thought it would be pretty rare. Apparently not. And they should like spin when the wind takes them. It's too much. I still can't believe they're coming off that fucking easily. And why aren't they spinning? Oh, because I never actually... I see. I never actually told them to do this every frame. Boink, there we go. But, like, how the hell is it that common? 3,000. Rolling a 3,000-sided die every frame. I mean, it's a lot of frames, but still. That's much more reasonable. They're still going off kind of easier than I thought they would. What if I do? It's one last 4,000. I mean, you got like 100 leaves all rolling a dice every frame. Come on, one more fall off. No, it didn't want to while we were going that way. They still kind of look like birds, but, you know, whatever. They're still coming off, so it's such random. I would not think they would come off that easily. I just... No matter how fucking high, raise the stakes. Okay, none yet, none yet, none yet. There's 2. 3. Because you would only see this, like, when you first start the game. They also don't need to blow that hard. I can, you know, basically do whatever I want. Also, I should probably add a reset thing here. Why didn't I do that yet? Where's my reset vector? There it is. What the hell? I zoomed so far. Right on top. There we go. That way I can just reset whenever I want. God damn it. The tester is dumb. because it's for testing the thingies. Hold on. Easy enough to fix. Not the leaf, but the camera. Here we go. Add event. Key press. R. There. I just want to be able to reset it and look at it again without turning it off and on. He's got to take up. Look at the leaves like changing and the grass changing over. That's not bad. I could totally leave it like this. I don't think the leaves are atrocious. They're a little bit jittery. Okay. I saved it, yes. Let's just do 420 by 240 for now, just to... So I can kind of get a general idea of how big. I wonder if I should make it an object? No, it's probably better as... Oh, let's just check. It's gonna be like, maybe like a really dark green. Wait. Obviously this isn't what the final, but get a generic looking thing going on here. So I can get a vague idea. In fact, I'm gonna shade it like very generically. These are all gonna be completely misaligned. That's okay. Like, is this even an okay, like, idea for it? Is it going to be too gaudy? We'll see. Obviously, I'll actually try when it's time, but hold on. Alright, now less. Well, let's see what that looks like. Okay, this has to be in front of the clouds, though. So I fucked up. Pretty old school, actually. I don't know how I did that. How did I not leave room for the tower? Damn it. I need to copy these downwards one. I didn't give myself room. This is the ground. It's in the very foreground. These are 4 layers of clouds. This is the sky. What's this? Oh, duh. That's the one I just put there. Okay, what is this? 630. Actually, this doesn't matter. I forgot. Clouds 4. Clouds 3. Clouds 2. Clouds 1. And this. These don't need these values because this gets overwritten. These don't need these values. Okay. Now I just need to change the camera so that it does 1 less. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And also, these need to be copied and pasted so it doesn't take a frame for the backgrounds to get into position. Should happen right when the room starts. There you go. Pretty sure that should do it. Oops, the tower blew away. You didn't see that, but I accidentally still had wind, or the clouds. It's still a cloud layer, so it was moving. And it just went off the screen. It was acting like clouds, basically. I just thought of something. Yeah, let's parallax the fuck out of this fucking shit. Okay. down all the leaves. Hi, Bixby. How you doing, little guy? Back. What is it? 7? X. No, Y of 7, and then let's see if this looks right. Basically, I want it looked like it needs to look like the foreground is in the foreground, so it needs to move faster. Move. Where's the move? There it is. So the leaves in the grass and the background need to move down. The black stuff, basically. All of the... Once the camera starts moving, these trees on the side should move down faster since we're moving the camera up. There you go! That's how you do that. And actually, instead of outside a room... outside the view. That way you don't have to keep calculating it when it's off the view. Delete the grass too, so it doesn't have to think about it. I mean, I'm just being nice to the computer at that point. It really doesn't care, but... Yeah, let's reset. I can actually start your character out bigger too if I want. I think it works. I think it works. The tower doesn't look too bad. Obviously, I'm going to draw it better than that, but like a green tower against that red background is not that bad. And I have to have a door at the bottom. I just realized that that looks a little strange. Not so fast. Because then it looks like, it like exposes more of the tower. That looks a little strange. Like, the doorway should be in one spot, and then, like, when the camera goes down, you, like, see too much of it. I could just make it so it's like a bigger, like there's steps here or something that you can't see over the hill. Oh, what's that? What's that line? What the hell is that line? What is that? I don't fucking know. It's a half step of some kind, but I've never seen a seam like that just appear. Just because I'm moving in a half step, it shouldn't make a seam. Okay, no seam. So what was up with that? Okay, and then that's how that goes. And we need the tower to go up a very specific amount. So between every enemy will be a very specific, you know, timing. So set alarm 2 to, I don't know, let's just try something for now. 100. Alarm 2. How did I do it at first? Vertical speed. Okay, so vertical speed to 0. Let's make him start a little bigger. See how that looks. It just takes a little too long for him to get there now. Well, that's an easy to change thing. Well, first let's not make it that big, and then this 0.4. That would help with the camera moving up too. So if it's not as large of a tower, it wouldn't be as weird. Okay. A little higher than that. I didn't even take note of how far it went, really. Let me look at that again. Is that an appropriate amount? Probably like level 1, it should go further, and then from here on out, it would be a different gap between each one. So right there. Yeah, let's have it go a little higher. The first one. Bixby, how you doing, little guy? And you some kind of sound, some kind of music. That's fine. The leaves are falling off. Okay, so where is that though on the screen? I need to calculate this. Let's get its exact position. Oh, actually, I could definitely already guess its position because I know its speed. Tower camera starts at 210 and then minus 150. Wait, 880. That's what it is, not 210. Goes up 150, I think. Yeah. And that's how many pixels up it is. 730. So, let's just, enemy window. We'll just have this graphic for now. What did I say? It was 730? Yeah, it would be 730. Because now we just figure out how big the tower needs to be. Not just yet, but we don't know how many enemies there's going to be and stuff like that. But at position... $730. So right there. Okay, the tower needs to be moved a little. looks pretty good. Center it. Save. It should stop at this picture. It's a little big. Because you can still see it right there. Just a couple of... I mean, if this isn't the graphic it's going to be anyway, but let's see if it stops right at it. There you go. And we can even do... play sound. We'll just squish it for now, because it doesn't matter. It's just a temporary picture, so we'll squish it so it's not seen until you go up there. Yeah, it'll open up and show the enemy you're facing, and then it'll have him say a word or two, and then you fight. Skeleton butthole! And then, yeah. What about... Here's another effect. How big do I want them? What's it called? Like a letterbox? So, like... We'll just say 30 then. Roughly 30 pixels. Boink. Okay, 1-1. Okay, so I'll do a weird effect for the letterbox. It's not a weird effect, but I'm just using a weird method of doing this. We're going to have it wipe across the screen. One. Jump. Where is it? Jump to. Just right at the top of the screen. Y, the X and the Y of the view. And then I don't know if this is going to be too... what's a good relative? I want it to multiply itself. Hold on. Or be like exponential. I don't know. It's gonna be slow right now. I want to make sure it works. Okay, so it goes across the screen. It should be like -5 depth. Duplicate. This one needs to flip. If it flips, would it still move the direction? I don't actually think I've ever utilized it this way. Huh. Well. Okay, this should be it should be 420 by 240, so 210, and 420. So it's at the bottom right, the other one's at the top left, and they should expand across their thingamajig there. I don't know if it'll actually go left or go right. I guess we'll find out, shan't we? In 1 second here. Once it stops. It goes ba-choom. Let's wait like a second for the enemy window to open up, but you know, we can always adjust these timings later. I have no idea if this is even gonna. I think the top one will work. The top left, it'll be slow, and the bottom right one probably won't do what I expect it to. Because I don't know if the reversing its sprite will still make it the positive change go to the left. It did not. Okay. That actually filled the screen pretty quick, actually, so that's fine. Negative. There you go. It's okay, Bixby. So yeah, now the question comes, is it going to actually go across the screen properly? It's hard to say. Top one did. It's basically just stretching an image to the right and to the left. Where is the other one? Hi, Bix. Okay, maybe I shouldn't... Okay, hold on. I think I know what's going on. It's because I'm flipping it and doing negative. I think that's what's going on. Yeah, I did negative S. The S is negative, but the value should remain, you know. Hold on. I'm moving a digit negative, not double negativing that. So it didn't work. It basically made it positive, so it went the other way. I was double negativing. Still not doing it though. Where is it? How about we put it in a easy to see spot? 120 by 110, and we'll just see what it's actually doing here. No Bixby, not yet. Okay, I don't even see it. Where is it? Did I, like, not actually ever make it create it? Letterbox 2, it's right there. Don't mirror. Damn it, I mirrored. But why didn't I see it? It should be on screen in the middle. Oh. This is the problem. S is a negative number. So it's stopping itself immediately. That's what it is. Greater than negative 100. Because it's going the opposite way. That's the whole problem. I think I can put it back now. Probably. It was stopping before it even had a chance to grow. You bitch. I thought I had it. Okay, I guess we'll put it in the middle of the screen. Let's see what it does. Which way? Is it going to the right? Oh, too many double negatives. Too many, you know. I'm doing this really stupidly. Don't even see it. What is going on? Okay, how about this? Okay, S is equal to 1. Transform it. Negative S. No mirroring. We're going to leave S alone. Just, it's going to go up, and this will just be a negative of a representation of that. Is that going to cure it? Get rid of those negatives entirely in the equation, and let's just put the negative in the stretching. So it's going to take a regular value and then stretch it negatively. Why do I see nothing? I don't get it. Okay, yes. It should be right in the center of the screen. This is definitely less than 100. No, Bixby. I'm very confused. Oh my god. I figured it out. Okay. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Paul moment right there. Holy fuck. What an ass licker. What a piece of shit I am. What a stupid mother... Let me destroy my programming crown, which I never had in the first place. But good lord, what a fucking asshole idiot. I was looking at this. I'm like, what? What is wrong with this? I was like, what is different about this in the first one? And then I'm like, yeah. View X of view 0. View, yes. View X of view number 220. There is no view number 220. I need to do plus 220 pixels. View 0 is the default view screen. Plus. So this is where I put the 420. I was supposed to say this view plus this many pixels, this view plus, and I fucking was like, oh, check out view number 270, which the game only goes up to like 10 views. So I'm surprised it didn't say invalid view number or something like that. You can't have more than 10 cameras in like one spot generally. What an ass. Alright, does it do it? Okay, I still don't see it, but it should be there at least. Let's see what it's doing now. Plus 420, plus 210. So now let's put it in the middle of the screen. Oops. 110, 220. Then let's see what it's doing. Now so the whole time I was doing all that math and shit, it meant nothing because I might have had it right 6 times and then I changed it. Stupid. Why don't I just put those on the screen, like on a test thing, and see what it does? I shouldn't be watching this. Okay, yeah, it's going to the side. Okay. Negative S. So now let's make the value negative. Ooh, I had the mirroring in there, actually. That's probably where it was coming from. I'll leave it the way it was. Negative S and negative S. But get rid of that frickin' mirroring. Yeah, no mirroring. No mirroring. I think that's where the problem was. Should go to the left now. I accidentally left that option on. I just leave it looking exactly like this, with your character looking hobbly, and I leave the tower like half drawn. I'm like, oh, whatever. Who cares if it's terrible? Thanks. Okay, good. We'll do like 2 seconds full. Do this. Letterbox 2. 420 by 210. Should be a nice little letterbox there. What is it, like 3, almost 4 in the morning? I guess that's almost done for now. I got a decent little thing done here today, a brand new thing that wasn't there before, so that's nice. You get the skeleton of something done, and then you know, make it look a little nicer later. I'm surprised I did, like, the leaves and stuff. That's pretty detailed. There you go. Oh, it is 1 pixel. 1 pixel too much. To 11. There you go. Forgot to count 0 in that. It's 30 pixels, but there's also a 0. The leaves are not too bad. They're not as ugly as I thought they'd be falling off. There you go. And then Guy Talk scoots in. Let's have him scoot in. And actually, we can even do this. Can I, like, darken the screen? I won't worry about that just yet. How about... next enemy. Yes, Bixby, I love you too, bud. I'll be right there. Menus, tower, next. Oops, enemy window, no. What did I do with it? Oh, it's in this. That's why. It's supposed to be in the tower. I had it in effects. I'm done with effects for now. Okay, so he kind of appears at the bottom. And then... so it depends on which guy it is. Each one will have to have a different, like, you know, thingamajig. So it's going to appear at 420. And then for that many... jump to position. Plus 420. Y of view 0 plus 240. Could be a little higher actually because of the his legs will be cut off by the black bars, so that's fine. Alarm 0. Set the horizontal speed to 0. I don't know how many he's gonna zip in, so negative 10 for like 200, so 20 for 20 frames or so. Let's see. Alright. Am I all the way to almost being, you know, a little closer? I could also make him come in from the other side so that you get a, you know, the other side of him, or it's not on the same side as when you're about to fight him, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. He's a little bit raring. He's raring to go. And that was too long. Save. Alright. I'd say that's pretty good. And then after he says his piece, it'll do another screen wipe in a circle or whatever you want to call it, in a bullseye, and then it'll go to the battle. And then I'm one step closer to having the game all connected. It doesn't really have a game over screen yet. Yeah, he could actually move down a bit. He's pretty tall. But yeah, that's not too bad. Not too shabby. The first enemy is going to be not him, though. The first enemy is going to be the skull from the Cursed One logo. He's going to be innocent, and he's going to be your practice target. He's barely going to do anything to you. And when he talks, he could do his, like, cheer. He could be like, "Ah!" Let me see. So what he's going to do, he's going to come in, he's be like, "I'm going to kick your boner." And he's yelling while he says that. So he'll slide in, then the word bubble will appear, and then he'll scream. Level 1, and it'll open, show his picture, and then... that was a little fast, but... "I'll kick your boner!" Oh. I forgot to add another alarm, that's why. Cut. Paste. There's where it should have been. Let's check it one more time before I'm done. It's 4 in the morning, it's time to feed the kitty again. For the last time of the night, and then we get up and he eats next at 12 in the morning. I'm a boner! And then screen wipe. Let's try that too. Why not? Why not? Alarm 2. Ooh, screen wipe wouldn't work for this. I forgot. That doesn't work based on view. It works based on... Right? Am I crazy? Hold on. Yeah, this is based on absolute. I could change it. It wouldn't be that big of a deal, but I'm gonna leave it alone for now. So I want some kind of transition effect like that screen swirl. Probably the screen swirl if I can, you know. Yeah, this definitely isn't tall enough if all the enemies are gonna be... Well, they could be compacted a little more together. I could definitely fit, because you want to be able to see a preview of the next one, and then at the top it's going to be the end, so... Object doing the movement. Yeah, what about it? Isn't that what I already did? Check it out. That's what's already happened. The screen blocks are a completely unprogrammed thing. They are the black squares. The screen block maker has no image. It moves around and it puts it leaves stuff behind. It does the painting. That's what I did the other day when I made this. It's the exact thing that it's doing. But yeah, basically all I would have to do is change all these values that are absolute to view, you know, dot whatever. And it would work for the other section too, because it's a view. It's just one view in the room. But yeah, that would be something I would piss with later. Maybe I'll just make a copy of it and then have it, you know, act differently depending on which screen it's in, so I don't screw it up. Bugs? Bugs. I don't understand. How would that work? Alright. Anyway, that's good enough for tonight. I'll see everybody next time. I'm sure I'll probably do it tomorrow. I like to do it for a few hours here and there when I'm not at work. So I'll catch you guys next stream. Have fun.